Okay, I think it's rolling. This is NN3RP, Nancy 3 Radio Papa Rafael. I'm going to be doing this brief demo on the usage of the Thetis software on my Apache ANAN 7000 DLE. This is to demonstrate the new feature that we can use the VOX along with the VAC, the virtual audio cable, to voice out WAV files using N1MM. We must utilize a software that do this transition. I am using Sonobus over here, and the audio setting on the Sonobus mainly is that we use the Windows Audio low latency right here, and line 1 and line 2 virtual audio cables as listed on the Thetis software. These are the basic default settings. We just activate it here. Right now I can disconnect and reconnect back. This is a must, otherwise the box and back will not work. So I'm gonna minimize this. By the way, this monitor entry has to be around this area for the output of the audio, whether it's at the back audio here on the settings for the audio. Otherwise, it's going to be a horrible, not wishful audio going out of the radio. So let me minimize this. That's the Sonobus. And the next thing we need to do is to ensure that the back is enabled here. Let me move back this window this way. I only have one window. So under the audio, we list the Windows WDMKS line 2 and 1. This is my setting. Yours might be different. You enable the back. I noticed that by enabling manual at 60 here will prevent a lot of those red dots appearing over here below the back one. Um, at least that happens to me. And in terms of the DSP, I mean, you need to do your own profile. Right now, I'm using a profile for a Radio Sport headset. You need to work on this on your own, but this is some that I created. I have many. So right now, I'm using the headset for Radio Sport. And the transmit audio is just to monitor the audio out at one. You don't want to higher than that. It's going to blast your ears. And that's basically it in terms of but no, one thing here in the audio, this is very important. This is a new feature on the new version of the Thetis 2.10.3.10 by Richie. This was not here on prior version. What this does is that will allow you to use the box utilizing the microphone, in this case the headset that I'm using right now instead of back. And at the same time, you're using the back for putting your messages via N1MM. Okay, since we mentioned N1MM, let's look at the settings. Basically here, what we're gonna do is go to the audio setup and ensuring that we have the playback at line 1 and line 2 for message recording. You need that, it's a must. And then the second thing is in the ports. Let's see. We're going to take a look at the port here. My TCP Flex is using Flex. This is straightforward, but this is very important to enable these settings in here. I thought that by leaving only sideband will do the work, and we can do a test right now. I'm going to check this, but these are the settings for sideband playing WAV files. Remember, I untick this guy in here to see what it will do. I've been thinking I don't need it, but let's check. And by the way, I'm using SO2B. Today, this weekend is the WAE World Call Europe Sideband contest, but it's really bad conditions. Last night it was okay, but today has been really, really meager conditions. As you can see, I only done like 29 Qs. In any case, that's not what we're here for, but just to demonstrate. So let me close this and see what we can do. Typically, when I do a change on N1MM, I close it and reopen it back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna bring this down because I have all of my little goodies here. And I'm gonna launch N1MM. I'm using the general. I have several profiles for opening different type of scenarios or contest that is. So here we go. Now let's see we can make this to, oh, by the way, I don't want to be on the air, so let me change the antenna to be um, the dummy antenna, and we're going to push the NN3RP. And as you can see, there is movement over there. I'm not sure that you will hear it on the recording, but you see, I'm doing box right now because let me bring this up a bit. See, I have turned on box, and box is working properly. And when I click on NN3RP on N1MM, I hear the Norway 3 radio papa, so it's working as it should. So I didn't need to tick that other setting on N1MM. So to here we can see box is outputting 5 watts. And when I do NN3RP or thank you, so it's working good. So CQ, activated CQ, pretty good. So let me double check something here again. On the TX profile, this is your RX, and the TX is 20. That's how much back uh, is outputting at 20. The less that I have, the less numbers that I will, the output of the power will be via the backs. Has nothing to do with the box of the headset, but the backs, the virtual audio cable. So that's in a nutshell. 73s